Hello, America. You're back with TV's Dave Galvin. This is TV's Dave Galvin with Travel Secrets with TV's Dave Galvin, the podcast that tries to be about 10 minutes or less as I'm spitting my lunch everywhere. We missed Tuesday, so we're going to have a special Wednesday episode this week. This episode, the topic is destinations that surprise Americans. So the first one's Japan, and Japan is a masterclass in what we call invisible luxury. You arrive expecting technology, but you're shocked by the silence. I mean, you expect efficiency, but you are overwhelmed by, the Japanese art of selfless hospitality. And for many Americans, the first shock is the public transportation, because you step onto their bullet train and you find it is more pristine than most five-star lobbies in America. There is no shouting, there's no loud music, and there's certainly no dirt. In Japan, luxury is found in the details. It is in the way your luggage is handled with extreme care. It is in the quiet precision of a tea ceremony. You will be shocked by the lack of tipping. In the US, we are conditioned to believe that money buys better service. And in Japan, exceptional service is a point of pride and a cultural standard. Trying to tip a waiter is often met with polite but firm refusal. This removes the stress of calculating your gratitude and allows you to simply exist in the moment. Norway is often a shock to the wallet, but it is a tonic for the spirit. You are likely aware that Norway is expensive, but the reality of a $15 coffee or a $150 dinner can still catch you off guard. However, you soon realize that you are paying for is absolute purity. The air is crisp. The water is cleaner. The infrastructure is flawless. They call it open air life. Even the wealthiest Norwegians value a simple wooden cabin in the mountains over a flashy penthouse. Luxury in Norway is found in the raw power of the fjords. You might stay in a hotel where the architecture disappears into the forest. You aren't paying for gold-plated faucets. You are paying for floor-to-ceiling views of a prehistoric landscape that hasn't changed in a millennia. Switzerland. Now, Switzerland is where the world goes to see how things should work. You will be shocked by their precision. If a train is scheduled to leave at 10 o'clock, it leaves at 10 o'clock, not 10:03. This level of reliability removes every ounce of travel anxiety from your mind. You can plan an entire multi-city journey across the Alps using the Swiss travel system and know that every connection will be met with surgical accuracy. The luxury here is quiet wealth. Unlike the flashy displays you're going to see in Miami or New York, Swiss wealth is understated. You could be sitting next to a billionaire on a regional train and you would never know it. They value quality over brand names. A Swiss-made watch isn't just a status symbol. It is a testament to engineering. Rwanda is the biggest shock for many Americans because it defies every stereotype you've been taught. So you're going to find yourself in the cleanest city in Africa and perhaps the world. You will see no plastic bags. They've been banned for years. You will see no litter. On the last Saturday of every month, the entire country participates in this community service day where everyone, including the president, helps clean and repair the neighborhoods. The shock of Rwanda is its resilience. You visit the Kigali Genocide Memorial and you see the darkness of their past, only to walk outside and see this vibrant, tech-forward, and incredibly safe city. The luxury travel industry here is booming, centered around majestic mountain gorillas. Staying at a lodge is an unforgettable experience. You are paying for conversation and the privilege of standing a few feet away from a silverback gorilla. Yes, it is expensive, but it is luxury that contributes to the survival of a species. Rwanda shocks you with its heart, its cleanliness, and its unwavering focus on the future. Singapore is a shock because it feels like you're stepping into the year 2050. I mean, you're expecting an Asian metropolis, but then you find a city in a garden. Lush greenery grows off the sides of skyscrapers. The airport is a destination itself, featuring the world's tallest indoor waterfall. The shock for Americans is often the rules. You cannot chew gum. You cannot smoke just anywhere. But you quickly see the result. A city that is safe, efficient, and visually stunning. The luxury in Singapore is the soft luxury of convenience. Everything works. The public transit is a dream. The food, even at hawker centers, is a world-class and often Michelin starred. You're going to be shocked by the scale of the architecture. Singapore is the ultimate destination for travelers who want the excitement of Asia with the comfort and safety of a high-end resort. And let's not forget about Iceland. Iceland is going to shock you with sheer raw power of nature. You leave the airport immediately, feel like you've landed on the moon. There's no trees, there's only volcanic rock, moss, and steam rising from the ground. For an American used to manicured suburb and structured cities, this emptiness is kind of a shock. The luxury here is the isolation. You can drive for hours and not see another soul. You can soak in the Blue Lagoon or the newer, even more exclusive Sky Lagoon. And you can feel the geothermal heat of the earth beneath you. Everything in Iceland is expensive. The gasoline to glacier-fed water. But experience of seeing the Northern Lights dance over a black sand beach is priceless. Iceland teaches you that nature is in charge. You will be shocked by the changing weather. They have a saying, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. This unpredictability is just part of the adventure. It forces you to be present. It forces you to realize that you are a small part of a very large and very powerful world. Dubai and Abu Dhabi really shock Americans with their scale. We think we have very large buildings in New York and Chicago, but it's different. It's a totally different world. The UAE is a place where impossible is just a suggestion. You can ski indoors when it's 110 degrees Fahrenheit outside. You can visit man-made islands shaped like palm trees. The shock here is the speed of the change. 50 years ago, this was a desert outpost, and today it's the global capital of luxury. You will be shocked by its service. In a 5-star Dubai hotel, you don't have a concierge, you have a team dedicated to your every whim. And while the modern architecture is the draw, the shock often comes from the desert itself. A luxury desert safari where you stay in a high-end tented camp allows you to see the roots of the culture. The UAE is a land of contrasts. Ancient falconry meets the fastest cars, the tallest buildings on earth. Crazy. Portugal is a shock to American sense of time. We are very go, go, go. Portugal is a wait-and-see culture. You will go for a quick lunch and find yourself there 3 hours later drinking wine and eating fresh seafood. The shock is how quickly you stop caring about time. The luxury in Portugal is the history. You can stay in a luxury hotel situated in a converted castle, monastery, or palace. There's places that offer some of the most stunning coastlines in the world, while Lisbon offers a gritty, soulful elegance you won't find anywhere else. Portugal is also surprisingly affordable compared to its European neighbors, which can be a positive shock for your budget. You get 5-star quality for 4-star prices. The people are very welcoming and often speak very good English, removing the communication barrier and allowing you to deep dive into the local culture. And then there's Monaco. Monaco is a shock because of the sheer concentration of wealth. It is the second smallest country on the planet, yet it has the highest density of millionaires. You walk through Monte Carlo and you see more supercars in 5 minutes than you'll see in America. The shock here is the precision and the safety. There are cameras everywhere. The crime rate is practically zero. You can walk around wearing millions of dollars in jewelry and feel perfectly safe. The luxury is the environment itself. The Grand Prix track, the Monte Carlo Casino, and the yachts in the harbor are essentially floating mansions. You travel to find yourself, but first you must lose your bearings. These countries I just said, they offer you a chance to do exactly that. Whether you're seeking silent perfection of Japan or volcanic energy of Iceland, the shock you feel is the sound of your boundaries expanding. True luxury is the ability to navigate these differences with ease. It is the confidence to step into a culture that operates on different rules. Well, thank you very much for joining us for this episode of Travel Secrets with TV's Dave Galvin. Remember to follow us on Instagram. Remember to follow us on the TikTok. And remember to read the blog at timeforyourvacation.blog. This has been Dave Galvin. We'll see you tomorrow.